Hey, it's JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's February 6th, 2024. Sorry for the delay with the weather this morning. I've been getting rocked by a stomach bug, but I'm going to persevere and push through. So, looking at the weather for today, we have more snow in the forecast. That rain line is going to climb from the valley floor up to maybe 6,500 feet. As the day progresses and those temperatures get warmer, we're going to see temps fly up into the upper 30s in the valley floor. And we have that strong southwest flow that's bringing in this atmospheric moisture today, kind of past the river stage. And it's going to bring in southeast winds. It's going to be mostly gusting the 20 in the southern mountains through the end of the day. And then tomorrow we'll have more scattered snow showers. It's going to be a little bit cooler, mid 30s. We're going to be seeing a temperatures drop throughout the week. And there's going to be an upper level low that's going to be pretty much right over us tomorrow with southwest winds. And then we'll have some lingering snow showers for Thursday, and then high pressure builds in for a good chunk of time for the weekend. Looking at the 24-hour boards, a lot of moisture out there. I think we already hit maybe close to an inch of water here at China Gardens over the last 2 days. This is very much the aftermath of an atmospheric river. Typically, that's the only time we see precip amounts that much. But yeah, it's kind of hard to see with some of the storm boards this morning, like Baldy. I'll show you in a second. Kind of looks like it's a little blown in, so it's kind of hard to see how much snow we actually got. But the SWE values are definitely high and looking good for moisture out there. All right, so speaking of which, Galena Lodge is kind of stuck at 3 a.m. this morning. Looks like they're out grooming, and looks like we have maybe about 3 inches out quickly. Don't know how often that board actually gets changed or cleared. And here's what I'm talking about, Baldy. They need to move this thing up. I think this pole on the back allows them to adjust the snowboard. So we could have lots of blowing in snow. It's like really hard to see. There's definitely some kind of ring forming here. So the mountain report said about 6 inches of new this morning. I don't know if that encompasses yesterday's totals as well. And looking around, it's looking kind of just wet and snowy. Definitely more snowy looking towards Stanley. And I don't know when Webb clears their board, if they actually clear it at all. So we have an avalanche warning in effect today for Galena Summit and Eastern Mountains in the Soldier and Wood River Valley. So take a look at that. Definitely going to be pretty dangerous out there. We're having a huge load put on pretty weak snow that hasn't really seen that yet in that part of the mountains. Looking at the satellite view this morning, you can see the remnants of this atmospheric river kind of pushing to the east now, and the low is the center of the low is going to be around Arizona right now, or sorry, Nevada, and that's going to move up into Idaho tomorrow. So we still have a couple of waves moving through. We got a significant one coming in tonight. Take a look at that now. So this afternoon, you can see lots of light and dark green, and then we get hit with some right around sunset. We get hit with some pretty heavy bands of moisture coming through the Wood River Valley and over to the east. Lost River is going to do pretty well out of this one. And then as that continues in tomorrow, kind of have a little bit of clearing before more snow comes in right around daylight. And then this model kind of runs out. So let me play. This is the 0Z run. So this is kind of an older one that came out yesterday. But we'll play the rest of what's going on. So you can see that center of the low is going to be right over us tomorrow. We typically don't have a lot of moisture that comes out of it. It's going to be kind of scattered snow showers at that point, and doesn't really look like too much. But overall storm totals through now to Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. You can see the hot spots are the boulders and the Pioneers, just like yesterday or the day before when I did this forecast. It's really going to depend on elevation, and these southwest flows really they really just hit these southern mountains first and kind of fizzle out as they travel north. So kind of the opposite effect of the northwest flow that we've been getting all season. Now it's mid and south valley's turn to get some snow, and we will be getting plenty of it. Looks like upwards of 2 feet across the ridge lines. They probably had, I would assume, close to a foot in the last 24 hours. It's kind of hard. We don't have snow tells higher up in higher elevation because it just doesn't do well measuring snow when it's that windy up there. Breaking it down into the day by day, you can see today till 5 p.m. The Pioneers and even the Smokies are going to do pretty well and over into the boulders with generally 8 to 12 inches in those higher elevations. And then it'll continue tonight, really ramps up with that precip I was showing you, those orange bands coming through. We saw some grapple here at China Gardens last night. I was hoping for some thunder snow, but it didn't happen. Hopefully, maybe we'll hear some tonight. Let me know if you hear it. So that'll continue into Wednesday, and then Wednesday evening it starts getting lighter, and Thursday it really starts to fizzle out down to the northern zones, which usually means we're having wraparound moisture as this thing exits. So that's kind of the next 48 hours of what we're looking at, and we'll check in after that. Hopefully by that point I will have a new webcam.